Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. My name is Christian Morrison. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Rapid City, Black Hills area. And today's video is going to be about the overall cost of living in Rapid City versus everywhere else in the US. Stay tuned. All right guys, we are downtown Rapid City right now. You know, we got a lot of hotels behind us here. You got restaurants, pubs, stuff like that all around here. So average cost of living in Rapid City, right? So the way this global scale works is they go, not global, the US scale works is they take 100 as the baseline. And they go from 100 and they go negative or positive based on what your area costs, right? So if overall our baseline of medium in America is 100, in Rapid City we score a 92.9. So we're about 7% lower than the average cost of living in other areas, which I think is, you know, just driven by we're a smaller town. South Dakota's pretty small, but actually the overall for South Dakota is at 88%. So it's actually higher than the average in South Dakota. That's just because we have a lot more stuff going on, a lot more tourist attractions, stuff like that. All right, so the very first category we're going to look at is groceries. And as a whole in the nation, groceries in Rapid City are about par with everywhere else. We're at 100.1, so 0.1% higher than everywhere else. So groceries for everywhere else I've been are about the same here. All right, after grocery, we got utilities. So utilities, the national average being 100, we are at a 92.9. I wrote it down because I also had to forget. 92.9. So utilities are quite a bit lower than average here. We have a giant power company here called Black Hills Energy. It might be why they're kind of lower. So, you know, I've noticed in the summer, my bills are about $50 a month for all my utilities, 50 to 60, which is awesome. And in the winter, they go up a little bit. You know, they're probably like, I think my last one was like 75, 80 bucks, but still not too bad for overall utilities. It's the awesome thing about Rapid. All right, now some of really the biggest negative we have, guys, in the Rapid City area is healthcare. Healthcare costs on average is 114.9. So that's, you know, basically 115, which is quite a bit above the national average. And really the reason is, guys, we really have two providers on the exchange. So, and I actually had someone comment on a post recently that the biggest problem here is healthcare, and that would be the most expensive part of being here. So 114.9, so it's not dramatically higher than the average, but it's still 14.9 points higher. You know, really the only hospital we have in Rapid City proper is gonna be Monument Health, which is now part of Mayo Clinic. So it's a really good hospital. I actually just had my first baby there, and it was a really great experience. So I love the hospital. And you know, with me, I haven't found too much of a difference between when I lived in Colorado and now for my healthcare costs, but maybe if you're in some other area which has really low healthcare, it might be dramatically different. Got one of the cooler hotels right behind me here. That's the Rushmore Hotel. So if you're going to Rapid City, cool place to stay. All right, now here's one of the better ones, guys, transportation. As for transportation, motorcycle got me there. As for transportation, we're at a 74.4% of the national average. So we're 74.4. Our transportation is extremely cost for public transportation here, and for cars and things like that. You know, gas prices, I believe, are lumped in with that. And last I checked, when I filled up my car a couple days ago, the gas in my car cost about, I think it was $2.24. So pretty cheap on gas. We have a lot of oil and gas around here. You know, not really in South Dakota, but North Dakota, Wyoming, things like that. So transportation costs 74. Awesome. I had a guy recently comment on my YouTube channel and say, you need to stop saying awesome so much. So I probably said it 30 times in this video so far, so I apologize. All right, now lastly, let's talk about the housing prices in Rapid City. So when you look it up online, and when I did the research on it, it gave us a score of, I'm gonna look at it again, 90. So we're 90 out of 100, so we're lower than the average. And to be honest with you guys, this one is when I know 100% is inaccurate. So if you're gonna give us a 90%, that would put our average house price around $210,000 in Rapid City. Unfortunately, that is not the average price here. The average price in Rapid City right now is around $261,000. And the national average for a house in general in the US is right around $258,000. So we're actually a little bit above the national average on housing prices, which is pretty crazy for us. The reason for that, guys, is we've had a lot of appreciation over the last 3 years, a lot. So 2017, we were at 7.4% appreciation. 2018, we did 9.2, 2019, and 9.4. And this year so far, we're in March right now, it is continuing to increase. I don't see that slowing down for a while here. However, you know, with the average, what you're gonna get for that 261, 260 price point, it's a pretty nice house, guys. I mean, if you're in any state that's above that, 100 mark, you're gonna find something nice here for that. But if you're from other small towns outside of the area and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna go there and get a cheap house, I'm gonna get something for a super good deal, it's not necessarily the case. I mean, you got to spend $250 or something to get a really nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath house here. It just is what it is with a 2-car garage. So you can find some houses, for under 200. They're just very rarely on the market now, and they go very fast. They go in a day. So that's just something to keep in mind on the housing side of things. If you have any questions, if you're looking at moving here, you need anything, please reach out to me. I have people reach out to me all the time from YouTube, and they hit me in the DMs, or they hit me on the email, or they call me or text me, or if they really feel old school, I've gotten old-fashioned letters, and I love that. Feel free to reach out to me for whatever. I'm happy to help you if you're looking at moving here, answer any questions, anything like that, or if you want to set up a tour, or you're looking at houses here, that kind of thing. I'm happy to help as much as I can. So feel free to do that. I would say one other thing on the housing is rental prices. People ask me about that every once in a while. Rental prices here are about on par with national average. From what I know, national average is about $1,100. Here it's about $1,050. So rental prices are not that much less than national average. Unfortunately, you can find some for $750, $800 a month, but that's kind of where we're at on that. Hey guys, so one last thing I wanted to add to the cost of living topic in Rapid City versus anywhere else is the cost of entertainment. It's not a very talked about subject from what I hear anyways, but I just like to point it out a little bit. So one of the things is we have a lot of outdoor activity here, and the cost of doing those is free, obviously, for most of them. Hiking, biking, all that kind of stuff is free. We get a lot of great golf courses, and the golf courses are pretty cheap for memberships and things like that versus anywhere else I've been. They're probably half the cost of other places I've seen. I'm not a golfer myself, I just know that. Tennis memberships are cheaper here if you play tennis. We get a lot of stuff like that that's cheaper than anywhere else, maybe half the cost. And the last thing I was thinking of for that, for entertainment is like movie theaters, eating out, things like that. So eating out on average is about 5% cheaper here than other areas. So a little bit cheaper here, not extremely, you probably won't notice it that much. But however, going to the movies, things like that, we have a couple really good movie theaters here. We also have one downtown that's like a, after it gets out of the main theaters, it goes to it, and it's a really nice movie theater. Also, it is, $5 a ticket for a great experience. So a lot of that stuff is cheaper here also, which is pretty legit. I really like that. Anyways, so just wanted to kind of throw this one in there as well. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, if you're looking at a movie here, like I said before, feel free to reach out to me and call me, text me. All my info is below here. And do me a favor, if you really found this video helpful at all, if you found it useful, if you liked it, do me a favor and hit subscribe on the channel. And if you hit like on this video, I'd really appreciate it. It helps me a lot. So thanks guys again for watching, and we'll see you next time.